AITA for refusing to make my siblings lunches to the point that I gave up making my own. Hi Reddit. So this whole thing has been brewing for a while, but it's officially exploded and now there's a big, awkward divide in my family. I 16M want to know if I've been unreasonable or if I'm just being guilt-tripped into something unfair. For some background, I've always been a pretty independent person. I'm the oldest of four and my siblings, 14M, 13F, and 11M, are loud, nosy, and honestly they can be kind of annoying. Not in a I hate them kind of way, but more in a they think I'm their personal assistant ATM taxi friend on demand kind of way. They barge into my room constantly without knocking. I've had them take my stuff from headphones to snacks to shirts. If I call them out, it's "Oh, come on, you're the oldest, you can share." Or "You'll be fine, chill." I've tried setting boundaries, locking my door, talking to them calmly, losing my temper. It doesn't really stick. My dad at least tries to get them to back off, and he's punished them a few times when they cross the line. My mom, on the other hand, just laughs it off and calls it oldest kid problems. She's the youngest in her family, so I don't think she gets it at all. Anyway, last year I got completely fed up with the lunches at school. Bland pizza, cold nuggets, soggy fries, the usual sad excuse for cafeteria food. I don't even think the nutrition label is accurate half the time. So after Christmas break, I decided to take matters into my own hands. I started making my own packed lunches every morning before school. Nothing fancy at first, just sandwiches, fruits, maybe a granola bar. But over time, I got better. I'd make wraps, salads, homemade pasta bowls, prepped smoothie packs for my water bottle blender, stuff that actually made me look forward to lunch. At first, my parents were impressed. My dad even said it was a great life skill and encouraged me. My mom seemed into it too, until she was. Fast forward to April, and suddenly my mom starts pushing this idea that I should start making lunches for my siblings too. They deserve good food too, she said. It's not a big ask. But for me, it was. It's not just about making extra sandwiches, it's the principle. I told her I wasn't doing it. I told her she could encourage them to make their own lunches just like I did. She didn't take it well. She said it was selfish and disrespectful and that I should care about my siblings more. I told her flat out, they deserve better from you, not me. That didn't go over well. We argued about it. A lot. For weeks. She kept saying I was being stubborn. I kept saying it wasn't my job to take care of 3 other kids when I already had my own stuff to deal with: school, part-time work, homework, and trying to keep what little personal space I had from being invaded 24/7. My dad, to his credit, backed me up. He told my mom I wasn't doing anything wrong, and that maybe she should take the opportunity to teach the other kids how to prep their own food instead of leaning on me. He even pointed out that my siblings hadn't complained once about their school lunches. They just scarfed them down like always. But Mom wouldn't let it go. She said this wasn't about the food, it was about respect. About me not listening to her as my mother. That I was setting a bad example for my siblings. That if I was capable of doing more for the family, I should. Eventually, after another shouting match, she backed off for a bit, maybe 2 weeks. Then school let out for summer, and she hit me with, "When school starts back up in August, I expect you to be making lunch for your siblings too." I just stared at her and said, "It's not happening, you need to accept that." That's when she snapped. She said if I was going to be this selfish, I wouldn't be allowed to use food bought with household money to make my own lunch. I said fine, I'll stop making lunch altogether. I'll just go back to eating the trash the school serves. She seemed shocked. I think she thought I'd fold and agree to make lunch for everyone. But I meant it. I haven't made lunch since. She called me spoiled, said I was being immature, that I was going way too far. She thought I'd give in if I got tired of school lunch again, but I told her I'd rather eat a cold hot dog and mystery meat than be manipulated like that. Dad told me I could still make my own lunch if I wanted. He'd even cover the cost if Mom didn't want her groceries being used. but that just led to another fight between them. She said I was dividing the household and acting like a brat, that they didn't raise me to be this self-centered. But I don't think that's fair. I learned to make my own lunch. I took initiative. I didn't expect anyone else to do it for me. And now somehow I'm the selfish one for not doing it for them. I don't hate my siblings. I don't even mind helping them sometimes. But I draw the line at being expected to prep and pack 4 lunches every morning when I didn't even sign up for it, especially when I know they won't appreciate it or even try to learn to do it themselves. So Reddit AITA.